What's up? Cake here, and we're back in a new game this time. It's been a while since I've recorded a video. But anyways, we're back in a game called the Stanley Parable. It looks like an interesting game. I've seen some video on it, and whoa. So yeah, it looks like an interesting game. So I was like, hey, I'm gonna play it. So I'm gonna begin the game. Is never the end is never the end is never end is never the what is it trying to say to me? I have no idea. The end is loading. Okay. I think it's trying to tell me that the game's loading.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Hello, Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
Sounds like an extremely easy but boring job.
Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
What is outside the office?
And then
there was nothing.
Something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Spooky. Spooky.
Or even say hi.
I'll tell Stanley hi for everyone else.
Had this happened?
Where is everyone?
Complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of the office.
Hello. So the guy, so this is Stanley Parable, and it's like, hey, I've been doing this work for a long time, and then the computer's like, because it cannot talk and it's not giving me orders, but he's running out of things to do, and then, ooh, can I click this? Beep boop bop, beep boop bop boop. But first, are there subtitles in this game? Achievements, I want achievements. Alright, I got an achievement for activating achievements. Closed captioning, subtitles only. Sure. But anyway, the guy's like, okay, he walked out of his, wait, even more important than subtitles. Beep boop bop. Mouse sensitivity. That's really high, but let me just fix this. Okay, so I think we're good now. Yeah, so I walked out of the room. Can I go into any of these rooms? Is that the door opening noise?
All his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What could it mean?
He decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
What does that say? Ooh, I just turned that computer off. Rip in peace, computer. So where's the meeting room? Is this the... Wait. Okay. So 427. That was where I came from. So, ooh, painting. Okay, I just got distracted by a painting. Let's just go to this room right here. Maybe this is the meeting room.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
So I think the narrator is trying to tell me that I cannot go into any of these rooms and it won't do anything for me. Coffee? What does that say? I hate Mondays. That graphic looks like a poop, so let me fix that real quick. Okay, so I guess it's not the best idea to try to adjust the video settings in this game, because it totally crashed the game. So let's just continue on here. This is where I crashed, so this isn't gonna be the next room. Let me just turn the volume down, because My ears are bleeding. Not really, because that would hurt a lot. Hello? Oh. So, I'm supposed to go to the meeting room.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, so here's when the choices in the game come into play. Like you can either go in the left or the right door, but the man on the not on the phone, but the narrator man says I do go on the door on the left. So let's go on the door on the left. Why is the meeting room so far away? What kind of office building is this? It's so large. Is this the meeting room? Looks like it.
There was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
They have a whiteboard manager. Interesting. That sounds like a fun job. So let's... Oh, this is a PowerPoint? Ooh. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header and throw some bevel on the text. Wow, this is like a PowerPoint for... It's very generic PowerPoint for a, you know, office building. What do people want? Things? Happy They cannot have happy feelings. Why? Money? Yeah, money's good. What is hot? Wow, this seems like a very, very generic meeting room with a very generic basis for things that people want. They want money. They want money. Anyway, we're gonna go out of here. What is this? Synergize. Yep, people like to synergize. Oh yeah, global market, monetize, free to play. Can't monetize a free to play game. Broom closet. Oh, what? Is it? What's in the broom closet?
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back.
I'm just gonna click on everything to make sure something is not here, because you never know with this game. This is downstairs.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Nah, I'm gonna go downstairs. What's downstairs? Can I go downstairs? I am not gonna follow the story, man. The story man, or is it the story man?
But
this is really spooky. This is a car?
He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense.
This does not make any sense at all.
As he pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
It's very strange.
For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
I don't have any feet.
And for that matter,
it's like, am I in a video game or something?
Pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
What?
No, Stanley said to himself. This is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream.
I'm dreaming. See, I said that for Stanley.
To have finally found an answer, an explanation.
What?
His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
He was pretty crazy. What?
To himself,
am I walking in a loop right now?
Soon, I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
That's the thought you should have.
He imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield.
Where's the magic? Oh my! Wow!
Fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up.
I'm flying through space right now.
So lucid? And then perhaps
this is amazing.
The question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner.
What was that?
Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me thinking about how it's
Like,
describing my
this doesn't
thoughts.
make any sense. It's just like,
And while he thought
this
it all
guy
very
is
odd,
controlling
wondered if
Stanley.
this voice spoke
He
to
is.
all people in their dreams.
Wow.
The truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be?
Is this a
Was
dream?
Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
No.
Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
He's gonna have lots of fun because he thinks he's dreaming. Let's see what's gonna happen.
It was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream.
So is this a dream or not, Stanley? Get your mind together.
Just a moment ago. How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
Oh.
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight.
Is he trying to wake up from this non-existent dream?
On his back.
Is he just gonna imagine a bed?
World outside this one. Let me wake up.
Let me wake up. So this is interesting.
I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over.
I have no idea what's
Let
happening.
me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want.
Is he gonna wake up,
I
or is he
want
gonna
my
be?
apartment and my
Is he gonna
wife
be in the
and my
same
job.
little hallway that we
All
were
I
in
want
before?
is my life exactly the way
Underground with that nice car, the nice coffee on the ground, and whatever else was there. Brooms? I didn't check what was there.
Everything will be fine. I am okay.
I am okay. No. Oh, it's not a dream, Stanley. You were fooled by the man upstairs.
Please, someone wake me up.
Help! Help!
I am real.
Help!
Please, someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice?
Oh, the screen's going red. Am I gonna die?
Everything went black.
No, it's gonna go black. So maybe I died. Where am I gonna end up, though? Who knows?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Am I Mariella now?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got
Or
dressed,
maybe-
gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work.
Who's that?
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled
Is that
through town
Stanley?
talking and screaming to himself.
That's-
and then
oh,
collapsed
wha-
on the sidewalk.
That has to be
And though
Stanley.
She would soon turn to go call for an ambulance. For just a few brief moments, she considered the strange.
This person who's talking knows about everything everyone who's going to do. Everyone is going to do.
Knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this.
So
man
Stanley
made her
was
feel better.
crazy. Is that what she's trying to
She
say?
remembered the meeting she had
What?
scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life.
Amazing.
She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
So Stanley was hallucinating the whole time in that office building. Wow. Wait. What? Hello? Well, that was interesting. I have no idea what just happened, but hopefully it turned out to be a good video. So I'm gonna end it here. So thank you for watching. Subscribe to see part 2 of the Stanley Parable, where I just, I don't know, walk outside and do it all over again.